students, in last part of valuation of security unit number 1, we discussed concept of value, basic valuation model. Then also we discussed the bond valuation. So that once again have a look on this. What is the concept of value? That we know very well. Value assigned to a specific property including stocks, options, bonds, building, machinery or land. So value is required for what purpose? Value is required for purchase and sale of the assets. Value is required for insurance. If you want to insure your assets, at that time value is very important. Or taken over means if you want to take over the business of others, at that time value of each assets are must. That we discussed in detail. The assets are two types: tangible, intangible, and valuation means finding out correct value of the assets on a particular date. Today is a supposed date, then today is a zero period. So today, if you want to buy any asset or security, at that time, what is your value? That is very important to know. It is an act of determining the value of assets and critical examination of these values on the basis of normally accepted accounting standards. That we already discussed and we know very well. Objectives of valuation. So valuation objectives also we have. Then further we discuss the various concept of value. That is very important. It may be possible to be asked. Book value, replacement value, liquidation value, going concern value and market value. This is the background of the value. Introduction of the meaning of the value. Then we already covered basic valuation model. So basic valuation model, in this we had one formula. Please remember the formula. V0 is equal to C1 divided by into bracket 1 plus K raised to 1. Now value is depending on what? Value is depending on always future benefits or future cash flows, whatever is going to come due to this investment of assets. Or suppose you are going to buy a bond or debenture, at that time you will get in future how much amount of the interest as a cash flow every year, that will be considered. So future cash flows are discounted today to find out the present value. So V0 is equal to value of the assets at time 0 or today. Today is the time 0. Or suppose if you want to value after 3 months, then the value is going to change. After 1 year, value is going to change. So V0 is equal to C1. C1 is what? Cash flow of the first year. Cash flow of the first year discounted by 1 plus K. K means what? Required rate of return. Suppose required rate of return is 10%. Then 1.10 is this 1.10, that C1 divided by 1.10 raised to 1. Same way for second year C2 divided by 1 plus K, 1.10 raised to 2. Plus by this way up to the life of the assets or securities we will go, and last one is the N. N is what? Life of the assets. So just simple example also we took, that 10,000 rupees you invested in a bond of ABC company. The interest rate is 12%, required rate of return is 10%, life of the bond is 7 years. Face value of bond is 1,000. Find value of bond today. The valuation model, basic valuation model we are using here. So V0 is equal to first year cash flow is what? 1,000 multiplied by 12%. You are getting interest rate is 12%. So 1,000 12% is 120. જરા ધ્યાનથી કોન્સન્ટ્રેટ કરો. નોટમાં તમે લખેલું છે એ ધ્યાનથી જુઓ. And please try to calculate 120 divided by into bracket 1 plus 0.10 raised to 1. Raised to 1. Please make it by this way. Raised to 1. So by this way, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, and life is 7 years. So up to 7 years we have to write down. But in 7th year, what will happen? At the end of the life of the bond, you will get 1000 rupees back. So 1000 plus 120 interest, 1120, and last year you will get 0.513 factor of the 10%. How to find out factor? I told you. How to find out the present value factor? Here is the discounting factor or required rate of return is 10%. So 1 divided by 1.10. Please do this. Calculator में उपयोग करो. 1 divided by 1.10. You will get the 0.909. Is it? This is the present value factor of the first year. Per equal to the above, you will get 0.826. Is it coming? Yes or no? 0.826. Then again equal to the above, you will find 0.751 third year. Then equal to 0.683, equal to 0.621, equal to 0.564, and last one 0.513. And if you are going to multiply and make total of this all, please total करो, calculate जाते करो, तो तमने समझा से basic valuation model શું છે. So in a basic valuation model, we understood that it depends on future cash flows or benefits. So you invested today, so you will get the benefit in future. You expected the benefit, right? So future benefits are discounted by required rate of return. In above example, you found 10% is the required rate of return and you are getting 12%. So you are getting more than required rate of return. So automatically value of the bond is more than 1000 rupees. So value of bond we found 1097.04 paisa. This also we can calculate in a table solution, just like a capital budgeting example last year. First one year, cash flows, discounting factor at 10%, then last one is the present value. Now up to 6 years you will get 120, same amount. So why not we have to just find out the present value factor, annuity factor for the 6 years for 10%. So 1-6, 120 you are getting. So your annuity factor is 4.355. How it came? If you don't know anything, just make total of all the present value above 0.909, 0.826, 0.751 up to 6 years. Make total of this all. You will find 4.355. That is multiplied by 120. So present value of your interest of 6 years today is 522 rupees and 60 paisa. Actually you are getting 720. You will get the 720, but value is what today? Present value is what? 522.60. Why we want to find out the present value? Because we want to buy this bond. So for this bond, how much we have to pay? That value, today's market value, you will find with the help of this particular basic valuation model. Then 7th year, 1120 you found. So in this only we have to take simply present value of rupee 1. That is the last year, see above in equation 0.513. Multiply it and you will get 574.56. And your answer is 1097.16. There is some variation in a paisa, that is due to the, I think it's a correction of the calculations, mathematical error. So from above example, what we observe? What we observe? Only calculation is not important. We have to understand the calculation. What we observed? We observe that value of security depends on life of the assets or securities. Number 2, interest rate. And number 3, discounting rate or discounting factor or required rate of return or cost of capital, right? So expected rate of return we may say. So number of we can say things are there. So it's a other way to solve the example. That also we discussed. Now we also completed bond valuation. So in that first one we discuss about the what is bond. Bond is what? Bond or debenture both are same. So bond is a debt instrument. Debt instrument એટલે તમે જે લોન લઈ રહ્યા છો, ઇટ્સ એ વન ટાઈપ ઓફ લોન. ઇટ ઇઝ એ વન ટાઈપ ઓફ બોરોડ ફંડ. સમજી રહ્યા છો? વન ટાઈપ ઓફ બોરોડ ફંડ. So it's a, that is why it is known as debt instrument that provides a periodic streams of interest payments to investors. Now suppose a company is going to issue the debenture or bond, so they have to give the interest periodically, maybe half yearly, maybe yearly. It depends on the conditions of the issue of the debenture or bond. So interest payments to investors while repaying the principal sum on a specified maturity date. Further, what the company has to pay, they have to pay the principal sum at the end of life of debenture or bond. A bond's terms and conditions are contained in a legal contract between the buyer and the seller. समझी रहे हो? Who is selling the bond or debenture? Company. Company is a seller and investors are the buyer, known as indenture. Indenture. So indenture is a what? Contract between buyer and seller. So it is a debt instrument that we discussed, and also we discussed the key bond characteristics. So what are the characteristics? Face value of the bond, 1,000 rupees or 500 or 100, whatever it may be, face value is given or par value is given. Then second is the coupon rate. Coupon rate means what? Interest rate. Don't be confused with the word coupon. Coupon rate means interest rate. In last example, coupon rate, it was 12%, right? Coupon means what? Write down properly. Coupon means what? Amount of interest. Coupon is nothing but what? Amount of interest and maturity life of the bond. These things are very important characteristics we have to understand. So it's a what? It's an introduction of the bond or debenture. Is it clear? Clear, bhai? We already covered this all. Basic bond valuation model. We also discussed the formula. That is, please see again. B0 means, here also we may write V0 also, value of the bond. Bond's value at time 0. The sum of 10 years, n years, maybe 7 year, 8 year, 1 to n. It's a sum of 1 to n into bracket I. I means interest. I means what? Annual interest payment, coupon. Divided by 1 plus I raised to n. 1 plus I raised to n. N means last year. Last year of the bond, 7 years, about the 7. Plus maturity amount, par value or payment at maturity, divided by 1 plus I. I means, discounting rate, raised to n. So this formula simply you may go for the basic bond valuation model. One example also I took for this particular bond valuation, and also table solution given, and 100 rupees bond value is 106.62 that we already discussed. યાદ આવી રહ્યું છે બધું? Please see. Every examples required your personal attention with proper calculation in a note. Don't read the example. Solve the example. That is why calculator, notebook, pen, that I told you I required on your desk, and you have to be ready with this. And this also we covered Please recall your memory. In last part 1, the absentees were more. Very few students had seen this particular, attend this lecture. Be careful, this is a very important subject and topic. And once you will understand the example, you will get more marks. Very easy examples are there. And within 2 or 3 minutes, you can solve this example and you are able to get the 5 or 6 marks very easily. So these are the particular basic bond valuation model that I explain with the example. Then bond value theorems. So what is this theorem? ગુજરાતીમાં આપણે કહીએ છીએ પ્રમેય. So bond valuation is a technique for determining the theoretical fair value of a particular bond. We want to find out fair value. Fair means what? Fair means reasonable value. You have to buy or not. That decision is depending on your valuation. So bond valuation includes calculating the present value of a bond's future interest payments, also known as its cash flow, and the bond's value upon maturity, also known as its face value or par value. So on maturity, how much you will get, that is known as the face value or par value. So first thing, we understood this. And now theorems what says? Please see. From bond valuation model, several bond valuation theorems have been derived. They state effect of the following factors on a bond values. ध्यान आपो please. First one, relationship between the required rate of return and coupon rate. આ બંનેનો સંબંધ છે. Relationship between required rate of return and coupon rate. Second, number of years of maturity, the life of the bond. So theorems are, in this number 1 theorem, relationship between required rate of return and coupon rate. In that first theorem, 1 A theorem, 1 A, B, C is there. A is what? When required rate of return is equal to coupon rate. The value of bond is at par. The example તમને આપેલો છે 500 rupees bond value, and we calculated when both are equal, at that time value is also equal, 499.78 equal to 500. This is the first theorem that we discussed. Second theorem what says? When required rate of return is greater than coupon rate, the value of bond is less than par value. Now required rate of return is greater than coupon rate. તમે 12% બજારમાં ચાલી રહ્યા છે અને તમને 10% વ્યાજ મળે, તો it is less than required rate of return, less than expectation. So automatically value of bond is below par. 500 થી નીચે હોય તો 437.60. That we already calculated. ध्यान આપો બરાબર. First, બંને equal છે. Second, required rate of return is greater than coupon rate or interest rate. That is why value is down. Third, what says? Required rate of return is less than coupon rate. Your expectation is 10% and you are getting 12%. પેલા એક્ઝામ્પલમાં જુઓ, 10% તમારું required rate of return છે અને 12% interest rate પડે છે. The value of bond is above face value, par value. અહીં જુઓ, value of bond is above 500, 548.58. That we discussed, we calculated. આ બધા જ એક્ઝામ્પલ તમારી સામે છે અને પ્લીઝ સોલ્વ કરો. પરીક્ષામાં પૂછાશે what is bond? Explain the various bond theorems. 8 marks. So you have to write down 1 A, B, C. And now second part 2 is number of years to maturity. Now here very easily I discussed one diagram also I gave you. In this diagram what says, when the required rate of return is greater than coupon rate, the discount on bond declines. Discount on bond તો ઉપર ખબર પડી ગઈ કે ભાવ 500થી ઓછો હોય જો નીચે ડિસ્કાઉન્ટની રેડ લાઇન આપેલી છે. So discount of bond is decreases as it comes nearer to maturity period. So number of years to maturity as becomes down, and in this at 0 period your maturity is completed, so your discount is also decreasing and reaching to where par value means 1000 is the par value, so it becomes 1000 means your discount becomes 0 as it reaches to maturity, approaches to the maturity period. And reverse is what? When required rate of return is less than coupon rate, તો શું થાય? પ્રીમિયમ મળે આપણને. પાર વેલ્યુ કરતાં વધારે ભાવ હોય તો પ્રીમિયમ ઇઝ ધેર. ગ્રીન લાઇન જુઓ, પ્રીમિયમ છે. બટ વેન ઇટ એપ્રોચીસ ધ મેચ્યોરિટી પીરિયડ નિયરર, ધ પ્રીમિયમ ઇઝ ડિક્લાઇનિંગ. જુઓ, ડિક્લાઇન થઈ રહ્યું છે. એન્ડ વેન મેચ્યોરિટી કમ્સ, એટ દેટ ટાઈમ ઇટ ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ 0. So it becomes what? 1000. The value, ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ પણ ઘટી રહ્યું છે અને પ્રીમિયમ પણ ઘટી રહ્યું છે અને બંને 0 થાય છે when it approaches maturity date. And third what says, longer the maturity of a bond, the greater its price changes in respect to change in the required rate of return. As period is more, after 2 years, 3 years, you know very well, your discounting factor or required rate of return is going to change. Suppose period is 20 years, so your required rate of return is changed a number of times within this 20 years. So this life number of years to maturity is also playing very important role in our bond valuation. So two theorems are there. One ABC, two that we found number of years to maturity. આ સમજાવવાનું છે with this diagram. And now in last lecture we reached to yield to maturity. What is yield? That we discussed. Yield means what? The yield dictionary meaning is what? Production, upaj, result, output or return or income. Yield નો meaning ખબર હોવી જોઈએ. Yield એટલે ઉપજ. Yield એટલે બદલો. તમે રોકાણ કરો છો, મહેનત કરો છો, ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ કરો છો, તો you will get some yield, some return. So what is the output? જો the yield to maturity on hand, they just grow the small plant, and plant is increasing as time increases. So yield to maturity, that we have to find out. The definition of a yield is the act of producing or the amount produced. Act of producing or amount produced is known as the yield. An example of yield is the total earnings from an investment. That is the interest rate earned on an investment. So we have to find out the rate, how much we are going to earn from the investment. That is known as the yield to maturity. So yield to maturity is the total return anticipated on a bond if the bond is held until it matures. 7 વર્ષનું બોન્ડ લાઈફ છે. આજે તમે ખરીદો છો તો 7 વર્ષ સુધી તમે એને હોલ્ડ કરો છો. ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ તમે રાખી રહ્યા છો up to 7 years. So whatever you will get or within the 7 years is known as the yield to maturity. Total return anticipated on a bond. Total return, that will come in percentage. That we have to calculate. Yield to maturity is considered a long-term bond yield, but is expressed as annual rate. So annually, how much you are getting, how much you are earning from this investment is known as yield to maturity. Up to maturity, how much you will earn. So key aspect also that is the yield of maturity. Yield to maturity is the estimated annual rate of return for a bond, assuming that the investor holds the assets until its maturity date and reinvest the payment at the same rate. અને જે તમને રિટર્ન મળે છે આના ઉપર એ પણ તમે રીઇન્વેસ્ટ કરો છો. That is why is known as the YTM. શોર્ટમાં શું બોલીશું આપણે? YTM, yield to maturity. So the coupon rate is annual income investor can expect to receive while holding a particular bond. So when you are investing in a bond and you are holding for number of years up to the maturity, so you will get annual income. At the time it is purchased, a bond yield to maturity and its coupon rate are the same. Understood the point? When at the time of purchase, suppose today you are purchasing 0 period, so YTM and coupon rate means interest rate both are same. But as time passes, this YTM and coupon rate both are changes. So that relationship we are understanding. Next one, yield to maturity versus coupon rate. Underline karo, lakho. Yield to maturity versus coupon rate. Buying bonds, they need to look at two important information. When you are going to buy the bond after 2 years, 3 years, when you will come in a real life situation, number of options are there for your investment of your savings. So where to invest? That question is very important. At that time you will remember this all the things, that how to invest your savings. So in that you will find buying bonds, they need to look, bonds means also a debenture, they need to look at two important information. કઈ information ધ્યાનથી જુઓ? Read it. ધ્યાનથી જુઓ. The YTM and the coupon rate. કઈ two information છે? The YTM and the coupon rate. Underline કરો. This thing is very important. Investment quality bonds are low risk investment that generally offers a rate of return slightly higher than standard saving account. જે bond safe છે, they will going to offer, યાદ કરો મેં ડિસ્કસ કર્યું છે બધું આ, they will going to offer slightly higher than standard saving accounts. Now saving accounts you are getting, suppose we can say in your FD of the bank you are going to get 5.6% nowadays, and bond they are going to offer 8%, so slightly higher than the particular standard saving accounts. Why they are giving higher? That is why you are going to invest in a bond to get the more return for your investment. So YTM is the percentage rate of return for a bond, assuming that the investor holds the assets until its maturity date. આ ફરી રિપીટ થાય છે વારંવાર કે you have to hold the assets or security up to maturity date, then it is possible to find out the YTM. YTM means what? Yield to maturity. Maturity means up to the end of your life of the assets that or security. So you have to hold that. That is known as the YTM. So now formula is here. YTM is equal to C. बहुत सारा formula, simple formula. C plus, जो ध्यान थी, F minus P upon N divided by F plus P upon 2. C is what? Interest coupon or interest payment. C no meaning याद રાખવાનું, coupon. Coupon means amount of interest. 1000 નો બોન્ડ છે, 12% આપણને મળે છે તો 120 રૂપિયા, that is the coupon or interest payment. We have not written 12%, but we have written 120. F means face value. Face value may be 1000. And price may be 980, 970. The F minus P upon N. N is years to maturity. N is nothing but what? Years to maturity. 7 years, 8 years. And divided by F plus P, average करो. F 1000 plus P होय 8970 भाग्या 2 करो. That is the division of these two. You will get this answer in percentage. Now see here, example of YTM. Be ready now with your pen and all the calculator and all book. Write down the market price of rupees 500 par value bond is rupees 400. 500 રૂપિયાનો બોન્ડ 400માં આજે મળી રહ્યો છે market value. Now question is, we have to buy or not, because on this 400 how much the YTM is there, how much you will get the return, that we have to find out. The coupon rate is 10% and matures after 8 years. Life is also given. The tax rate is 50%. Find YTM. Now YTM before tax and YTM after. Whatever return you are earning on your investment, that is taxable. Taxable means you have to pay whatever the current tax is going on. Here tax rate is given 50%. So you have to just see that 50% tax you have to minus from your total return, whatever you are going to earn. So YTM before tax formula લખીએ આપણે. C plus into bracket F minus P divided by N upon F plus P divided by 2 multiply by 100. तो percentage में direct answer आई जाए, multiply by 100 करिए, whole multiply by 100. Okay, now C is what? Coupon, amount of interest. अब 500 રૂપિયાનો par value છે, 10% વ્યાજ મળે છે, તો you will get how much? 10% of 500, rupees 50, plus into bracket F, face value 500 minus market value 400, price is 400, bracket over, divided by life, N, 8 years. Again divided by 500 plus 400, bracket over, divided by 2 to make the average. Calculate करो फटाफट. હવે 50 વત્તા 500 માંથી 400 જાય એટલે 100, 100 ભાગ્યા 8, 12.5 એટલે 50 plus 12.5, 500 plus 400, 900 divided by 2, 450. Answer is 0.1389. Multiply by 100. So what will get? 13.89%. YTM is what? Your return is what? 13.89%. 10% interest rate છે, પણ આમ જોઈએ તો કેટલું થાય છે? 13.89, કારણ કે તમે રોકાણ કરો છો 400 રૂપિયામાં લો છો. You are investing by rupees 400, not paying 500, because market value is 400. That is why you are purchasing the bond of the 10%. So it is above 10%. You will get is found 13.89%. If you are going to hold this up to maturity 8 years છે, 8 વર્ષ રોકાણ તમારે કરી રાખવું પડે તો જ તમને 13.89% YTM મળે. તો YTM after tax is what? 1 minus T, bracket over, into next bracket 13.89. 13.89 ના અડધા. The answer is 6.95%. So 6.95 is your YTM after tax. So now other example I am taking. Write down other example now. A rupees 1000 par value bond carrying coupon rate of 12%, maturing after 7 years. The market value is rupees 860. What would an investor earn if he buys this bond and hold it up to the maturity? Tax rate is 40%. Now see, everything is write down properly. આપણને કોઈ ઉતાવળ નથી, શાંતિથી લખો અને સમજો. Yes, please. Now YTM before tax. Same formula, C plus F minus P upon N, F plus P divided by 2. તો કેટલો ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ મળશે આપણને? C એટલે 1000 ઉપર 12%, એટલે 120 પ્લસ face value 1000, par value 1000, market value is 860 minus 860, bracket over. Life is how much? 7 years. લખ્યું છે ને, maturing after 7 years, divided by 7, again divided by 1000 plus 86 divided by 2, 860 divided by 2. So what is your answer? ધ્યાનથી જુઓ. 120 plus 20 divided by 930. So 140 divided by 930 is equal to 15.0.1505, is known as 15.05%. Now after tax, if you want to calculate, then 1 minus 0.40 into bracket 15.05. તો 40 છે, 15 નથી, 40 છે. That is why your YTM after tax is 9.03%. YTM is what? 9.03%. That is after tax. So condition is what? You are purchasing by rupees 860, right? You are paying 860, but you are purchasing 1000 par value bond with the market value of 860, and you are holding this bond up to the maturity of the bond for 7 years. When you are keeping your investment up to maturity, your YTM, yield to maturity after tax, is 9.03%. Now compare this 9.03% with the bank rate, whatever is prevailing, and you feel that it is more than the bank rate, so naturally it is a more beneficial. So these are the case of the YTM. So YTM be completed here. Yield to maturity, પરીક્ષામાં theory plus examples are possible. આ ધ્યાનથી જુઓ બધું. Formula is given to you. Example પણ આપણે 2 ગણ્યા. So this example carries maybe 5 marks or 6 marks. Within 2 minutes you are going to solve this example, and you are able to grab the good marks in these examples. So up to this second part we are putting comma, and next point write down bond valuation with semi-annual interest. That we will start in part 3 of valuation of security, unit 1. Please be ready for that. Okay, for today I think it is enough. Thank you.